Nearly there. Racing, field out, Wrinkles bounded out and put 2 lengths on them. Coming after it, Diamond Lulu in the outside. Charlie Next Boy, just in behind those then came Jamaican Archie. Now out the back is another Liz Weather at the back, and up ahead of it to Tamasaka, and also ahead of that is Midnight Sprite. Wrinkles off and gone on the first, down towards the line. Wrinkles is going to bolt in. It's going to be a big go for the minor money though. Sacagawea, Charlie Next Boy. Closing quickly was Tamasaka the outside, Midnight Sprite on the inside of those, and Jamaican Archie was right up with those. Back behind those was Diamond Lulu, and well back in the field was another Liz. Gee, good go to minors here, but Wrinkles, number 1, out first, home first. Took full advantage of the inside trap, and Boltson just flew the lids. Ran away the first little part of the race. Yeah, your favourite missed it. Another Liz got back in the field. There was never a hope after that. Tamasaka was back with her, but this was a one dog affair. No Bro, Zulu Bro, Sailor's Collar, we're set to go. Money closing, racing, rocketing out was No Bro straight to the top, but straight past it goes Opawa Venus on the outside. And behind those then to Rockwood Archie, and over the outside then to Expect Delay's got a bit to do. Back behind it to Zulu Bro, Sailor's Collar, and next is last. Homeward bound Opawa Venus. Coming after it now was Rockwood Archie on the outside, and Expect Delay is starting to swamp them down the outside. He's got there. Expect Delay, then we got photos with Rockwood Archie and Opawa Venus together. Right behind those, a gap to No Bro. It's going to be followed across by Zulu Bro, Sailor's Collar, and Nexter. Ooh, good, all right. Number 2, Expect Delay. Well, he mentioned the long straight. He needed every inch of it. He was really good at the end of this race. He's got a lot to do with the turn even. Gee, No Bro rocketed it out. Now, Opawa Venus went past them all like they were all tied to the fence. In they go, Gossip Queen, Mr. November, Corborn Cruise, Glenna's Goodsy. Business Bosses over towards the outside. It's with Bolton Archie, it's out of Vincent Gallo and Albie McLeod in the centre. Gossip Queen 1. Money is closing, set, racing. Gossip Queen came out narrowly, the best going up to it. Glenna's Goodsy the outside. Missing it a bit was Vincent Gallo, who's, checked there out of the race with Mr. November. It's changed things a little. Glenna's Goodsy's up front. Leads now from Albie McLeod, trying to get through on the inside. Gets to second. Further out on the track, then Bolton Archie and Gossip Queen down the outside. But game over here. Glenna's Goodsy beats Albie McLeod. Gossip Queen, then Photos Corborn Cruise, Bolton Archie. Just back behind those, there's a bit of a gap away behind them to Vincent Gallo, affected by the check, and Mr. November went out of business across the top, which caused a little bit of a disorganisation in the field. Creamed them, ran away, had a bit of a gap on the home turn, and what's the tote say? Around about $5.20. Don't know what happened here. Mr. November got onto the heels of somebody, went rapidly out the back door, and off, field away, came out in a good line. Little Midnight on the inside, collecting money, makes the lead, coming after it, another Colt on the outside. Running third is Little Midnight. Out of the race with No More Beersies. There's a bit of a gap back then, running in fourth place, Business Affair and Rambunctious. And behind those, Homebush Earl and Umangarama. This is game over. Collecting money is about 2 in front. After it, another Colt closes very quickly. Ooh, might have nailed it. Another Colt collecting money, then Little Midnight. Back behind those, we've got Homebush Earl and Rambunctious together. Up with those was Business Affair. Behind them to Umangarama and No More Beersies. Was knocked out of the race over at the far turn. Gee, collecting money had this. Another Colt has really picked it up the last little bit. I'm not sure whether it's got there or not. Favourite here is Jasper Harker, Blue Rug, Opawa Hog and Millie's Boy in the inside of it. Opawa Lucky's over in the outside. Matty Hookie, Tony's Choice, lots of beersies. We're set to go. Bunny is on the roll. Millie's Boy in the inside, racing. Millie's Boy the best out narrowly. Going after it on the outside, Jasper Harker and lots of beersies showing up at Opawa Lucky trying to swoop around the outside. Matty Hookie is right there. A bit of a gap back behind those two, Tony's Choice and Jasper Harker. And out the back door is Opawa Hog. In front, lots of beersies. Coming after it, Opawa Lucky down the outside. Lots of beersies holding, lots of beersies. Then we got photos. Jasper Harker poked up on the inside. Opawa Lucky and Millie's Boy were right there. Just behind those came Matty Hookie and Opawa Hog, and Tony's Choice is the last one to go by. Lots of beersies. Number 5 gets there in the centre, stalled them off. Looked as though it was going to be shot down halfway down, but just kept on running. And will score, and score pretty nicely here for Brett Connor. Got to the front here. There was a big run from Opawa Lucky the outside. Favourite is Corbin Daniel. Shambo on the inside of that. Thrilling James the inside. Red Hot Fury, Yulthurst Edward, Hello Blondie. We're set, trumped up on the outside. Nearly there, racing. Field come out in an almost perfect line. No one's broken it yet. Thrilling James on the inside, working up and around the outside. Then is trumped up to go forward. Now Corbin Daniel burst to the lead. Puts a couple on them. Thrilling James the inside. Yulthurst Edward on the outside. Behind those is Hello Blondie. But down the straight and Corbin Daniel well clear. Corbin Daniel's going to beat Hello Blondie. Thrilling James trumped up behind those to Shambo, and the last two are Yulthurst Edward, and at the back of the field is Red Hot Fury. Gee, it was good to go early, but Corbin Daniel, number 3, beats the 6. And Thrilling James, he's got home to run 3rd. Good race early. They all came out in an absolute perfect line here, and it took a wee while for something to burst clear. Half the race probably. There's the corner, and it's game over. Corbin Daniel, number 3. Terry the inside, set, racing. Starburst Terry came out marginally the best, driving up to it as Whitey's gone and 1Z on the outside. Look at Sandy Claus just right around the outside. Running on behind those is Sir Million. Back on the inside then is Starburst Terry. Well back as they turn and go is Chokeholder. Up they come and Sandy Claus has the lead. Sandy Claus, Sir Million comes after it. Down the outside, Sandy Claus, Sir Million, Whitey's gone. And up on the inside of those, making solid leeway late was Chokehold. It's going to be followed across the line by 1Z, and back behind those to Mary Marlowe and Homebush Rocky and Starburst Terry were well back in the race. Sandy Claus, number 8. Wow, decent sort of money here too. Showed a big burst of speed to go from the outside right around the field. This has been a pretty good run, hasn't it? Set off, Botany Ritchie out best clearly. Gold Viper comes after it on the outside. Can't catch Tim's a little wider out. Botany set-ins right in behind those. Then came Bruiser Bale over on the outside of that Runaway Taxi, and cover to cover goes back to last. They're on the swing and can't catch Tim. Has a bit of a margin, 4-5 lengths. Chasing it is Botany Ritchie down towards the line, and can't catch Tim. Beats Botany Ritchie. Third at the line is Bruiser Bale. Botany Seaton next in behind those, cover to cover. Back behind cover to cover is Botany Ritchie. And the last to go by is Gold Viper. They can't catch Tim. Simple as that. Number 7. Took a wee while to work to the front, but once he did, game over. 2 starts on this track, 2 wins. Nice dog. too much in the motor department. Botany Richie did a good job, and Bruiser Bale is back behind those, but they're all flat to the boards, an awful long way from home, this bunch. And he's a nice dog. Can't Catch Tim by Bit Chilly from Nina's Girl. Archie's come at the inner. Bunny is closing on them. Set. We're off. Just dwelling a bit on the inside was Archie's Comment. Getting out best is back Chat Harry straight to the top over Tracy, Fancy Kiwi. Next the outside Star Apache. Back last is Memory Lapse, and Archie's Comment just in front of it. Up towards the turn in. Back Chat Harry has got about 2 lengths to spare. Coming after it, Fancy Kiwi now moves to the outside. Fancy Kiwi closing. Tracy down on the inner. Might be Tracy over Fancy Kiwi. Oh, it's tight third too. Back Chat Harry and Archie's Comment was coming at that on the inside. Just behind those to Star Apache and Memory Lapse. Oh, I don't know about this. Back Chat Harry's going to be third. He had 2 lengths to spare turning in, but I just got the feeling it wasn't enough. They were coming at it. Fancy Kiwi and Tracy might have got them on the inside. I reckon it did, but I'm in no particular spot to offer anything more than a guess, really. Fancy Kiwi hits the front. Bound to erupt beside it. Bunny is on the takeoff roll. Country Crossing the inside was Set, racing. Either way okay on the inside, getting out pretty well was Birchbrook on the outside, but our Country Crossing accelerates, has Birchbrook, Bound to Erupt, gets right up on the inside of those. Then on the outside to Bit of Banter, Archie Bale back on the inside behind those to Token Ray. Right out the back door here is Kill Magic as they turn and go. Country Crossing has the lead. Bound to Erupt went very wide on the outside, but down towards the line. Country Crossing, Token Ray, Bound to Erupt, and Archie Bale is fourth. Back behind those, the next to go by is Birchbrook. Didn't see it out behind Birchbrook is Rio DJ. And back behind those to the last 2 when they are Girl Magic and Bit of Banter. And no worries, he got there. Bound to Erupt was going to do a decent slice of the minor money, but just went absolutely bush turning in, went hugely wide on the track, but too good here. He was way okay. They hit him narrowly. Birchbrook had a shot at him, but run out of petrol. No worries here, Country Crossing. Yeah, we've seen a couple of these nice dogs today. Token Ray's got up to grab second, and Robbie and Thrilling Marty. Bunny is on the roll. Barnacle Bullet. The 2 boxes, the inside alley. We're off. Out in a perfect line too. A slow one to get away was Ginger Turtle. Working straight to the front as Robbie heads around the outside. Ginger Rango gives chase, moves up on the outside. Just ahead of it to Barnacle Bullet. Back on the inside of those then is Botany Kevin. Over the outside to Thrilling Marty with too much to do, and Robbie's off and gone. He's away, coming after him, Botany Kevin. Robbie Bolton. Botany Kevin, third is Ginger Rango. Just gets up to grab Barnacle Bullet on the inside. The next to go by is going to be Opawa Tom. Behind those came Thrilling Marty and Ginger Turtle. And that was it, I think. That's the last to go by. Robbie, number 7. Straight to the top, hammer down. And gets a nice win here. Did close the favourite. Number 7. Had them at the foot of the lane and just kept on running. Barnacle Bullet, Botany Kevin, give chase. Set to run on the justracing.com.au. Last of the afternoon, there's Set, no leaf clover the inside, Bunny is closing. Set, we're off. rocketing out Homebush Chopper straight to the top. Coming after it, Tricky Zorro on the outside. Right in behind those, Corborn Jelly runs on the outside. Now Leaf Clover the inner. Following those around then is Yipping Jai. Irish Blue's got a bit to do, and back last is increasing. Homeward bound here, Homebush Chopper. Out to gun it down is Tricky Zorro, but Homebush Chopper too strong. Tricky Zorro up for third might be Corborn Jelly in front of No Leaf Clover. Just in behind those came Irish Blue. Alongside of that, increasing the inside, and Yipping Jai's the last home. Homebush Chopper, wow, out like a rocket straight to the top. Game over. This has been a pretty tidy win here. Have a look at the start. Bang, gone. And that's it. 390 metres. You begin like that. He was probably at top speed after 4 strides, that dog.